What's up, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Bee Gees, as well as a very curious and adorable Luca. And we're continuing with Stillwater's 1997. Thank you again to Lisa, as well as everybody else who's contributed to this deep dive, both in terms of material and enthusiasm and coming with me on this large voyage, which I feel like we still have a great deal to go, which is of exceeding excitement for me. In any case, the next track in the playlist is With My Eyes Closed. I feel like it's the kind of phrase it could function in multiple contexts. The idea of, I kiss you with my eyes closed, maybe indicating passion or sincere devotion. It could also be about familiarity, like, I could navigate this situation with my eyes closed. I don't need my sense of sight to know where I'm going here. And of course, that could be more literal or figurative. But yes, it could also be about, a nighttime setting. It feels like there's any number of potential meanings, but I will do my best to follow along. Let's give it a listen while she gets cozy and closes her eyes. This is Bee Gees. The track is With My Eyes Closed, and it's from their 1997 album Still Waters.
Silent
guitar touches are awesome. They give it just a little dash of blues flavor. I'd say most of the track is sort of in this R&B soul vibe, but I enjoy the kick drum. It's got some punch to it, and the percussive rhythm really gives it an energy. So it's almost like a dance track or a dance floor track, even though I would not call it dance in a larger sense. But yeah, like even though it has kind of a soul R&B vibe, it's not kind of like slow and heavy and languid. Again, it's got some drive to it, which I very much enjoy. And what I got from the lyrics on this first listen is that like he feels being with this woman is his destiny. It's something that is ingrained, it's inherent, it's innate within his nature to find and be with this woman. And he seems to be saying, he's quite literally saying like, he can find her and see her with his eyes closed. He can feel her when she's near. And I don't know if the line was like, I can touch you with my hands tied or something like that. But it's like his senses are especially attuned to her. And it feels like he's just really living out what he's been born to do by being with this woman. Now, there were a couple lines or like a layer of the lyrics that I'm not quite sure about. The idea that they're like both victims of this lethal combination. Maybe that's the idea that like they both have this drive in them, and so like they're almost powerless to stop it. They're victims of this calling that they have to be with each other. But he is making reference to, you can measure my love. Like, if there was a quantity that you could record or document, you would see how big it is and how vast this feeling is within me. But yeah, there may be another layer here that I'm not picking up on. And there was something about like going to the shores of something, I think. Maybe I misheard that. But fundamentally, again, it seems to be the idea that it's ingrained within him. It's his destiny to seek out and be with this woman, and his mind, his senses, they're all going beyond what is normally possible, and specifically in relation to her. So yeah, it's a devoted song, and it is a song about this passion that is manifesting on every level and every way. And he's saying, again, this is something that's beyond just deliberate choice, and it goes to something more fundamental and foundational within him. As I said, I enjoy the sonics. They just kind of had this groovy, soulful R&B vibe, though once again with some nice percussive kicks. So yeah, top tune. I did enjoy also like the vocals, which I think most of that was Barry Shirley, but there was a part that I noticed like halfway through, maybe in the back half, where it was kind of like rolling through these vocal lines. It had this like sort of not like rapid fire, but definitely like syllabic rhythm to it, and he was just kind of bouncing from one line to the next, and I enjoyed that vocal rhythm. So again, more of that kind of breathy, singing like with a more, what's the right word, like singing with respiration. It feels like that's something that is very much part of his delivery on the songs from this era, and definitely the feel works here, because it's again like he's just giving voice to his passion, and it's the intensity of that feeling comes through in that type of delivery. So another cool one from the Bee Gees, and I definitely enjoy, like, I've talked about the variety throughout their catalog, which was something like I noticed going through, what was it, Timeless? I'm trying to remember the name of that greatest hits compilation. It came through in that. But from album to album, and even within the records, it's like they really do some different things, and the arrangements and the sonic qualities, no matter what style they're working in, is something that has continually stood out as excellent. So it's not just their voices for which they're known, it's not just the songwriting, but it is also the composition of their tunes. But of course I am preaching to the choir. People who follow this deep dive know this even better than me, so I'm just catching up with everyone. In any case, thank you again to Lisa for this album. Let me know what you think of the song, and I will see you next time. Peace.